Hello guys, Cast Off Cube here. Today I'm going to show you modular weapon building. I think some people actually call this kitbashing too, but whatever. This is some work I did when I was about 3 months into modeling. I just started making a bunch of weapon parts. Tons of fun. So I will show you the workflow here. First off, I do this frequently still, is I go and get real world measurements of whatever I'm making. It makes keeping things relative to real sizes a lot easier. And when you're working, especially in game, it's really important. So let's say we wanted to have just a nice little mace. I already got all these handles, hilts. Well, we don't need a hilt for the mace. We really need a handle and a pommel. And we'll throw on a ball pommel. And there we go. We got a really simple mace. But we also have other mace heads, and say we want to go with like a morning star. And say you don't know how big you want your spikes. You just make a shape key, change the value, and boom. You got all those different morning stars in between. And I also did a lot of sticking to medieval work, but enough showing off just my old art. Let's go and make us a sword. So we would take like the first one here. We got a nice flat sword there, Shift D. And this is the next part of the workflow. We grab the copy and throw it in work in progress folder. I always work with a work in progress folder. It keeps me from messing up other things. So then we grab us a hilt. We'll say we go with the half moon hilt today. And we just grab that, Shift D, boom. Grab our copy and throw our copy way down in the work in progress. We can hide that, and then we move on to the next piece, which would be a pommel. And we'll say the ball pommel is just fine. So we grab that, make a copy. And then we will throw that down in a work in progress. And then we can hide that so we don't accidentally grab that later. Is that all 4 pieces? I only see 3 here. We got 1, 2, 2. I didn't duplicate the handle. We don't want a round handle. That's ugly on a sword. But we can go with this nice ribbed handle. So we'll grab that, Shift D, and drag that down into work in progress. So the nice thing about this is, if you know you're going to need a lot of weapons, you just make 10 blades. 10 blades are really fast to throw together when you're just doing blades, because you just did it, you could do it again. And then, at this phase, we do the connecting. I have the geometry, good to go straight together. It's really not necessary unless there's visible seams, which there will be at the handle. So in that case, we just grab this and Control Joy to join it. And then we go into edit mode, and all we have to do is grab this loop and this loop. Then we go into loop tools and bridge it, and it's sewn together. The only other thing I would do with this handle, this was meant to be edited a little bit, but because it's just a demonstration, I'm not going to worry about it today. And we could make, alterations to make the swords look a little bit more unique than just the base pieces every step of the way. But there you have it, a brand new sword. We'll call this one Tube Sword. And we throw it into our final shapes, and the final shapes are where we go and export things. One more thing while we're here, let's say we have this sword. This sword has a shape key on it, and the shape key lets the sword get really long or really short. But let's say we want to export this without the shape key. Then we would just go and hit Control A, Visual Geometry to Mesh. And there is our new sword at the new size. So I just wanted to show off the power of modular building, or kit bashing, whatever you want to call it. So on that note, like and subscribe, and have a nice day, guys.